My name's Lori, and you can call me, well, you can't call me mom anymore. And that's the whole point of this video. Um, some people say that once you're a mom, you're always a mom. And in some ways, that's true. But what about when there's suddenly nobody in the house to take care of? That old empty nest syndrome? Well, I figured I'm not the only one that has that, who's dealing with that. They warn you about kindergarten, but kindergarten's really easy. Let me tell you that. If you're a new mom, kindergarten's not as bad as they say. Although, I guess they do all-day kindergarten now, don't they? I wouldn't do that. I would homeschool my kids before I put them in all-day kindergarten. Because there's just some things that you kids don't need to be learning that young. My opinion, my old school, traditional type opinion. But yeah, I'm not gonna knock it if that's what you think's best. Then I guess that's what you think's best, not what I think's best. I think we push our kids to grow up way too fast. You wonder why you turn around and before you know it, it's gone. You have them at home, you get to love on them, you're teaching them things they're learning, and you're thinking how brilliant my kids are, how beautiful and brilliant my kids are. And then it's time to send them to kindergarten. Yes, the first day of kindergarten is hard. But guess what? You get them back in just a couple hours. And they're so excited because I met so many friends. Did you make any new friends? Yes, yeah. I talked to, all that stuff. And you go through school years. And if you're from a small town like ours, everybody knows everybody. So it's not just an adventure for the kids to start school. It's an adventure for us parents too. I think there's a lot of tricentennial parents that would agree with that. That's where my kids went to school. We're juggling things around, and sometimes it's, hey, I can't get there in time. Can you pick my kid up? Yeah, sure, no problem. And then you get to talking. I mean, it's a. There are pluses and minuses of raising your kids in a small town, but I think overall, it's a big plus. There's things that the big school can offer that a small country school can't. But I think when it comes down to the important things, and I guess you gotta decide what's important to you. But to me, my relationship with God, my kids, my husband and my kids, and everything else kind of just falls in line. And somebody told me that it would work that way once. I was working myself. I had my oldest was a newborn. My ex couldn't get a job. Part of why he's the ex, but not the main reason. And my mom found out that she had glioblastoma. Now, that's a tough one. Especially if daddy's not willing to take some time with your newborn. Who do you take care of? I mean, you can hire nurses. I myself am not the type that wants to hire a nurse to come in and take care of my kids or my mom. When it comes to my family, I want to be the one that takes care of my family. And it can get difficult. So for 9 months, I juggled being a new mom and saying goodbye to mine. I don't even want to get into the irony of things that went on with my mom. I'll just say that the medical field is not an exact science. And when they try to say they are and put rules down about what you can feed your kids at school and what you can't, and all the different things, you gotta do what's right in your head. Because you're the parent. You're the one that loves the person. Those people are doing it to make money. You say, how are they making money deciding what the kids are going to get fed at school? Well, because who do you think when somebody comes to them and says, hey, we got these really healthy pizzas that just have a little bit of pizza sauce and some cheese on it, and then you can call it a pizza, and you can say that it's got the daily amount that you need for lunch. No. They took out the salad bar. When did salad not become an unhealthy lunch? I can't figure that out. They did away with fried foods, which I'm not saying fried foods are healthy. And don't think, oh well, look at her, she's overweight. Of course she thinks fried. I'm not saying I'm overweight because I've been sick. I'm trying to figure out how to get not sick and how to get a life going. But try and tell your 9-year-old that fried foods aren't healthy. You got to know where to pick your battles, and you got to know how to kind of make your compromises. You can have the French fries as long as you eat your piece. Things like that. But that's not really it either. You spend your life, if you're a traditional mom like I was, you spend your life taking care of your husband, taking care of your kids, running here, running there. You got practice for this, practice for that. You got a trip for this. You got to get to school to work on this or that. Mom, can you get my clothes clean before tomorrow? Honey, it's midnight. I'm sorry, I didn't think about that. So Mom can stay up all night and wash clothes, but eventually I think there comes a time where it's like, okay, well, guess you better get in there and wash them. But I don't do that when they're that young. Anyway, we got all these things that we do. And then graduation comes. I think some of you know where I'm going here. Some of you may be going, can't get mine to move out. Consider yourself lucky. Because when suddenly there's nobody in the house but you, and you and maybe your fur babies, there's nobody to talk to. No, Mom, can you do this? Mom, can you do that? You're not a superhero anymore. You're basically on layoff until maybe you get grandkids. Because one of those things that draws them away is falling in love and getting married and starting their own family and what you raised them to do. I mean, my I'll tell you right now, my oldest passed away when he was 20. Almost 21. I'll get in that probably sometime, but not. So I've got my youngest. I had two. My oldest was my son, and my youngest is my daughter, my baby girl. She, when she was younger and in elementary school, they were always wanting to hold her back. She's not ready. She's not ready. I knew she was ready. I know my kids. I know everybody else's kids. But I knew my kids. I knew she's ready. There was something that the teacher wasn't doing right. Not to say she was a bad teacher or anything like that, but there was something not that she wasn't. She didn't see. She didn't open her eyes and her heart. So I said, well, she passes, or I homeschool her. Guess what? The school doesn't want to lose those tax dollars they get for each student they have in school each day. So they agreed pretty quickly. We did try medicine with our doctor. Her doctor did say that she's got ADD, not ADHD, but ADD. She has trouble focusing on things sometimes if there's distractions. So she needs to be like up front in class. She needs to have quiet time to study. She can't be in a class where the kids are being loud and noisy and things like that. But I don't know. Most of elementary, they wanted to hold her back, and I was saying no. And you know what? She pushed through it. She did it on her own. I gave her the option, well, I'm going to homeschool you because I don't want you to have to be held back. And she wanted to be with her friends. So my little girl, my baby girl, on her own, because that's as far as the discussion has gone so far, on her own, asked the teacher if she could be moved up front, asked the teacher if she could stay in during recesses when the other kids, her whole purpose was that she wanted to be around her friends, but she asked to stay in on recess so that she could get things right. And she'd come straight home and come into my office, and I have 2 desks in my office, and she would sit down at a desk there. First thing she'd do before she went to play or anything was do her homework. She did that until she got it. There were times that she would be so frustrated that she'd be in tears. And one of us would help her figure out how to get through the problem. Not give her the answer, not do it for her, but help her figure out her way of learning to get to it. She's not the only one. I graduated a year early and started college on my 16th birthday. I started college in computer programming. And the funniest thing is that my professors, I think they were idiots. My professors, at least the ones with the computers, it was a new program, associate's degree program type thing. They would give me a B+ because they say, we've tried everything. I've tried. I asked Professor so and so to mess up your program. There's got to be a bug in it somewhere because it's not written the way that it should be written. Well, I guess I program in Blonde. But anyway, I did switch majors eventually, and most of my stuff didn't switch over, and then I got sick, and it was one thing after another, and I never really went back. There's a possibility for one of the answers to what this blog's about, maybe. But back to Caitlin, my PD girl. She got it. She gets so upset with me sometimes because, well, so-and-so's mom's doing her project for her kid. Can't you do my project? Can't you do this? And I said, no. I said, I'm here to help you. I'll help you. If you don't know what to do, I'll help you figure out what to do. Not always easy. Let me tell you, if you're a young parent, just wait and see how far things go, how different things are by the time that your kids are. Well, I mean, we were just when I was in high school had just got computers to learn to use. Now they are teaching on computers in kindergarten. Things change. But she would get upset with me. There's only one time I typed a paper for her, and I didn't type and do the paper. She had written it out. It was our fault that she got home late. She's one that really needs her sleep like her father. And so I said I would type it for her. One time. Guess what? In high school, all through high school, she made honorable. When she graduated with honors. Yes. Way to go, Petey! And then Mom's job kind of started slipping away. Didn't help that I got sick about that time too. I have an illness, and sometimes it flares. And then it flared about that time. Anyway, she graduates with honors, but she decides that she wants to go to a local college, a community college, which is fine. Very much fine with me, because I like having her around. But, and that place is growing, because that's where I'd gone too. But it's much bigger now. They're kind of having, even building apartments before long, they'll have dorms, I guarantee it. It's not a tiny place anymore. And she starts up college. She takes full loads. I think all but, there may have been one semester that she didn't take a full load. And we found out that she did that because she thought that it would be easier on us financially. So after that, it was, you take however many classes that you need to take and what you think you have to have and what you can handle. And she did. She finished one semester early with her bachelor's, with a major and 2 minors, and I know one of the minors has to do with music. I know that they're mostly in film and music production type thing. Yeah, don't even, the degrees that I have no idea. I know what she likes to do, but I don't know what the name of the degree is. But 1 major, 2 minors, that's a pretty heavy course load. And she was again on Dean's list or Chancellor's list pretty much every semester of college. And when she graduated, unfortunately, that's when the pandemic hit and the world shut down. She didn't get a walk. She wasn't sure that she was going to walk anyway. I said, you're going to walk. But she didn't get to because they didn't do it. And I do have a picture I will pull out and show you at some point. She graduated with distinction. Yes. I am so proud of that girl. She has no idea how proud I am of her. She's beautiful. And no, not just I think she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's creative. She's compassionate. She would not hurt anybody deliberately at all. She's like the purest person I've ever known. She's driven. She's hardworking. Her brother got things easy. Her brother went through school and things came easy to him. She worked it for hers. She worked hard. she would spend practically no free time. She didn't run around. And she graduates with distinction. Is that cool or what? Way to go, Petey girl. Way to go. Now, move ahead a little bit. She meets somebody online. They get to talking. And I guess she finally finds that one that intrigues her, that catches her attention, that she falls in love with. And I tell you, her dad and I, we couldn't have prayed. He's exactly what we prayed for. Exactly. I mean, we didn't look for looks. Not that he's ugly. Sorry, Derek. But he's exactly what we would ask for her. Somebody that truly loves our daughter. Somebody that takes care of her. Somebody that looks out for her. Everything that a biblical man should do. And you know what he is. And he's even, because of that, got her where she's doing laundry and cooking. Yes, I said cooking. If anybody knows me and knows my daughter, her cooking was macaroni and cheese. But now she's doing all that kind of stuff because she's in love. Now, they've been together 3 years, well, longer than 3 years, but they will have officially been a couple 3 years this coming Valentine's Day. Okay, one question here. Derek, if you're watching this, why have you taken 3 years to ask for her hand in marriage, to talk to us about your intentions, or to run off and marry her? Why? 3 years? Have you not seen everybody else that you know in the world getting married? I mean, I think there's every week I hear, well, we've got a wedding to go to. Oh, did you hear that Tanya got engaged? Oh, did you hear that Cody got engaged? Did you hear that I think Chaslyn's having twins? You know, all this is going on. And maybe you just don't know what it means to a girl like Caitlin. But buddy, I hate to tell you, if you love her, better put a ring on it. Yeah, but in the meantime, my little Petey girl's growing up to be a beautiful, young, brilliant woman. Oh, did I mention that she's played on stage with One Republic, her favorite band? She's been on stage with them twice. She's played on stage with them once. Yeah. She's a go-getter. She's gonna find everything that she wants. But typical of Petey, she gets down on herself when she first starts something until she gets it. Girl, you got it. Quit worrying about when you're going to get it. You got it. You got it. Just be a little bit easier on yourself, honey. Because what's that song that we hated? Something like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. But anyway, she spends most of her time with Derek, who better make an honest woman out of her. Hello, Derek. You know, I'm not going to say who's got me interested in guns and firing guns, but, yeah. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that, but They're frustrated. So, but anyway, yes. I have no one at home now. I have a very messy house I could clean. Blah. I have the Pooch down there. Where is he? Where'd you go? Well, I think I just showed how dirty my house is and all the stuff I got to pick up. Well, that's because I was organizing things, thinking that we might go camping this weekend, and then I found out that my husband had to work this weekend, which they do most weekends because General Motors always has some emergency reason, because they can only do that for 2 weeks, and then they can't keep working them like 6 days a week like they're doing. After so long, unless they can show that it's for an emergency reason. Huh. Well, they need to hire some new people, because whoever it is, they've had an emergency for almost 4 to 5 years. Yeah. We hardly see them. I feel like I am a single mom whose kids just, sorry honey, but we've talked about that. It's just, I don't have a partner in crime to run around with me and let's go do this or let's go do that. So the goal of my vlog is to see the transformation as I lose weight. Huh? Well, that's one of them. But no, that's not it. Okay, that's part of it. But no, that's not the purpose of my vlog. Is an empty nest vlog. And it's to reach out to other moms who, I suppose dads could do it too. Who now suddenly, because they did their job right, they don't have their job anymore. I'm not mom. So does that mean I go out and adopt some new kids? Or do I try and find the person that I was before I was mom? Or before, I guess, if you were dad. So that's the goal of this. If some of you have some experience, some of you have found things that work for you, please share them in the comments below. And please don't make fun of me yet, because I don't know what I'm doing and how I'm doing this yet. And yeah, I hold it really close because I don't want you to see how fat I am. That's going to be one of the things I work on. So expect some active things to do. I know one of the things that I like doing is riding my bike. I have a recumbent when my body allows me, because I am recovering from an illness. I'll get out there and ride my bike, and maybe we'll take some adventures that way. I like taking pictures, so maybe we'll do some things with photography. And I don't know, we'll find out. So for now, I guess that's it. And you have a great day. And I'll probably see you tomorrow. Peace.